Deep within the serene embrace of the Venetian Lagoon, an ominous shadow lies cast, a forbidden isle whispered about in hushed tones. Poveglia, known chillingly as the Island of No Return, guards secrets far darker than its placid waters suggest. A place where history's most harrowing chapters were written in suffering and silence. For centuries, access to Poveglia has been strictly prohibited, its shores unvisited, its structures crumbling in a silent testament to an unspeakable past. This desolate isle has earned its terrifying moniker not merely because of its isolation, but due to the chilling stories that seep from its very soil. Tales of unseen presences and an overwhelming sense of dread. The very air is said to carry a palpable weight, a profound sorrow born of unimaginable despair, leading many to brand Poveglia as a truly cursed place, a sentinel of suffering frozen in time. What grim truths lie buried beneath its ancient foundations, and why has this fragment of earth become so profoundly imbued with terror? Poveglia stands as a stark, haunting enigma, a compelling and disturbing monument to an untold history. To truly grasp the malevolent aura that clings to Poveglia, we must journey back to a time when Europe battled an enemy far more insidious than any human army, the devastating plague. As the Black Death swept across the continent in successive, merciless waves, decimating populations and sowing panic, cities like Venice desperately sought to contain the relentless spread. It was then that Poveglia, a small, strategically isolated island, was pressed into its grim service. For centuries, it became a lazaretto, a quarantine station, a final destination for the infected, the dying, and eventually, the dead. Imagine the boats laden with the infected, their hopes dwindling with every stroke of the oar towards a place from which there was no return, save through the gates of death. The island became a vast, open-air tomb, its soil intermingled with countless human remains. Beneath its deceptively tranquil surface lie mass graves, a silent testament to the unimaginable scale of human tragedy that unfolded here. The very earth of Poveglia is said to be composed, in part, of the ashes and bones of its former inhabitants, their suffering not merely remembered, but literally etched into the very foundations of the island. Every gust of wind, every lapping wave, is said to carry an echo of their torment, a poignant reminder of lives cut short and hopes extinguished. Yet, Poveglia's tragic narrative did not conclude with the waning of the Great Plagues. As centuries turned, the island's purpose morphed, but its dark destiny seemed immutable. In a later chapter of its chilling history, Poveglia was repurposed once more, this time transforming into an asylum. While specific details remain shrouded in the murk of history, the stories from its walls were no less terrifying than those of the plague years. Whispers spoke of disturbing experiments conducted upon its hapless patients, of medical practices that stretched the bounds of ethics, driven by the desperate pursuit of understanding. Allegations of mistreatment within the asylum's confines only deepened the island's already sinister legend. Those who lived or worked there reported an overwhelming sense of dread that permeated the air, an inexplicable feeling of being watched, an unsettling awareness of a lingering, sorrowful presence. Accounts from these individuals consistently describe unsettling apparitions, spectral figures said to wander the crumbling corridors and overgrown courtyards. These testimonies, whether supernatural or psychological, only fueled the narrative of a truly cursed place, where past suffering refused to be confined to records, manifesting in chilling, tangible ways. The profound unease Poveglia evokes has naturally given rise to a multitude of interpretations, each attempting to grapple with the island's potent, unsettling energy. For many, the answer lies squarely in the realm of the supernatural. They believe that Poveglia is profoundly haunted, a place where the barrier between life and death is permeable, where the tormented souls of its past inhabitants, the plague victims, and the asylum patients are forever trapped. Believers speak of spectral whispers, phantom cries carried on the wind, and unseen hands reaching from the shadows. The sheer volume of death and suffering, they argue, has imbued the very fabric of the island with a residual energy, an indelible stain that manifests as apparitions and inexplicable phenomena. It is, in their view, a true portal to the afterlife, a raw, exposed nerve of history that aches with centuries of pain. However, others, adopting a more skeptical stance, dismiss these claims as mere folklore. They contend that the island's terrifying reputation is a natural outgrowth of its isolation and undeniably tragic history. The human mind, they suggest, is predisposed to weave narratives around places of profound sorrow and desolation. The psychological impact of knowing thousands perished here, coupled with its abandoned state, creates an atmosphere ripe for imagining the supernatural. For these pragmatists, Poveglia is a powerful psychological landscape, a Rorschach test for our deepest fears about death and confinement, rather than a haven for ghosts. Its curse, they argue, is born not of spirits, but of the collective human imagination, fed by centuries of grim association. Yet, a third perspective emerges from the meticulous work of historians who delve beyond both the supernatural and the psychological. Some historians suggest that the true horror of Poveglia lies not in ghostly apparitions, but in the chilling reality of human capacity for cruelty. Their investigations point to the alleged unethical medical practices that reportedly took place within the asylum walls. While specific details remain elusive, the allegations themselves suggest a dark chapter where scientific curiosity, or perhaps desperation, overshadowed human dignity. This perspective grounds Poveglia's terror not in the ethereal, but in the tangible actions of individuals, exposing a profound ethical failing. It posits that the island's echoes of suffering are not just those of victims, but also the silent indictment of those who inflicted pain, a stark reminder that some of history's most disturbing secrets are rooted in the darker recesses of the human heart. Here, the true haunting is the memory of human transgressions, a legacy of medical hubris and profound disregard for life. Beyond the chilling legends and historical allegations, Poveglia also holds a different kind of promise, one rooted in scientific and scholarly pursuit. For archaeologists and epidemiologists, the island presents a unique and invaluable opportunity. Imagine a site saturated with the remnants of past epidemics, so uniquely preserved by its isolation and forbidden status, offering unprecedented insights into historical pandemics. The mass graves that fuel its ghostly reputation could become a rich archive, holding biological and anthropological data capable of unraveling mysteries about the plague itself, its variants, and its profound societal effects. By studying the remains, burial practices, and environmental changes wrought by centuries of interaction and disease, researchers could gain a deeper understanding of how past societies grappled with devastating outbreaks, offering lessons that resonate even today. Poveglia could be a vital window into ancient pathogens, informing future strategies for prevention and treatment, a grim but essential historical laboratory. However, this potential for groundbreaking discovery is locked behind the island's continued inaccessibility. The Italian government has, for decades, kept Poveglia largely off-limits, a decision that ignites impassioned debates. On one side are those who advocate for strict preservation, arguing that the island's dark past should remain undisturbed, its silent suffering honored by its continued isolation. To excavate or develop, they contend, would be to desecrate a mass grave, to exploit a site of immense human tragedy. They believe its current state, wild and reclaimed by nature, is the most respectful tribute to the thousands who perished there. On the other side are those who champion the idea of extensive archaeological and historical research. They argue that the lessons Poveglia holds are too valuable to remain buried, that its insights into pandemics and historical medical practices could offer critical knowledge for understanding the past and safeguarding the future. For them, respecting the past also means learning from it. The debate revolves around a profound ethical question. What is our responsibility to history? Is it to preserve its untouched sanctity, or to unearth its truths, however uncomfortable, for the benefit of generations? Should Poveglia's dark past remain undisturbed, or does humanity have a right, perhaps even a duty, to confront its grim legacy and extract its wisdom? As we navigate the haunting legacy of Poveglia, we are confronted not just with the echoes of human suffering, but with the enduring power of historical mystery itself. This island, cloaked in dread and forbidding silence, challenges us to look beyond the surface, to question what we see and what we feel. Is Poveglia truly a portal to the afterlife, a desolate landscape where the tormented souls of centuries past still wander, seeking release or perhaps merely acknowledgement? Or is it a stark testament to medical hubris, a grim monument to the periods when human ambition and fear eclipsed ethical boundaries, leaving a scar on history far more profound than any ghostly wail? Could it simply be a forgotten, tragic chapter of Venice's past, whose stories have been exaggerated and embellished over time, becoming a cautionary tale rather than a supernatural phenomenon? At Echoes of Time, we believe that every forgotten page of history holds a key to better understanding our present, and Poveglia is no exception. It compels us to reflect on the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable adversity, the profound impact of disease on society, and the ethical dilemmas that have always shadowed the pursuit of knowledge. The secrets Poveglia conceals under the dust of centuries are not just about a specific place or time. They are echoes of humanity's great history, revealing the depths of our suffering, our cruelty, and our enduring quest for meaning. As we stand at the edge of this forbidden isle, gazing across its somber waters, we are left with an unsettling question. How much of Poveglia's terror is truly supernatural, and how much is simply the overwhelming weight of human history, refusing to be forgotten?